You've been asking, and we have the answer. Yep, today we're revealing our next cruise, and we're so glad you decided to join us for the reveal of our upcoming family adventure. We've been dropping some tiny hints left and right. If you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you saw some photos of my husband and son at the mall in matching fancy dinner jackets. And several of our followers on the gram nailed the destination based on just that clue. Now, if you're a Cruise Tips TV pro, you may have gotten real savvy and popped over to the Shipmate app, knowing we sometimes sneak our next cruise into the My Cruises section before we announce it. So, yeah, some of you already know where we're going. And to you, we say, nice detective work. Very nice. To those of you who prefer to wait patiently, here is your first clue. The name of this ship means wonder in English. And wow, is she a wonder. So, did you figure it out yet? No? Yes? Did you? Well, the Cruise Tips TV family is headed to the Med. Yep, we're sailing round trip from Rome on the beautiful MSC Meraviglia for a 7-night cruise to Italy, Spain, and France. What makes this so interesting is that after 2 seasons in Europe, Meraviglia will be headed to Miami later this year to begin sailing the Caribbean and Canada and New England. So if you're considering this ship for a future cruise, you'll definitely want to follow along on this adventure so you can learn more about the Meraviglia ship and experience. Speaking of learning about the ship, do you want to hear more? Well, Meraviglia is a 171,598 ton, 4,400 passenger ship. All of the decks are named after wonders of the world, like the Grand Canyon, Kilimanjaro, and the Taj Mahal. Isn't that cool? So let's take a look around and you'll see why we are stoked to take you along with us on this voyage. First up, the spot that everyone talks about on Meraviglia, a 2-deck inside promenade with a 5,000 square foot LED dome. This area is called the Galleria Meraviglia, and it's one of the spots we're most excited to explore on board. It's kind of a central promenade filled with boutiques, restaurants, and spots to relax and socialize. In the evening, this is where the party happens. The entire ceiling of the promenade is covered by a giant 5,200 square foot LED screen that's like an atmospheric digital sky. It changes throughout the day and night, from inspiring views to sunrises, sunsets, and even starry skies. Of course, the infinity atrium on this ship lives up to its name as well and has that wow factor that we love for a central spot on any ship. Next up, you know, junior editor, hubby, and I are all excited about this spot, the Jean-Philippe Chocolate and Coffee Shop. Enough said. I've also heard great things about the Brass Anchor pub on board, and I'm looking forward to checking out their unique drink menu. All right, how about the spa? MSC is known for their beautiful spas, and this ship is no exception. And we have lots of port days on this trip, which kind of leaves us with some limited time on board. But you know, I'm going to find a way to carve out some time to at least hit the thermal suite area at the spa. I just have to do that. Another unique area on this ship is the Sportplex. Now, this is a multi-use facility that is used mainly for basketball, tennis, and volleyball, and for kids' organized activities during the day. We hear, though, that by night, it transforms into like a nightclub with a DJ. I think that's pretty cool. Good use of space. We're also hoping that we get to catch one of the trademark Cirque du Soleil shows on board Meraviglia. We've heard great things about the high-quality production, and we're really surprised to hear that they have a Cirque du Soleil dinner show. Kind of reminds me of Vegas, but in a good way. So let's take it outdoors for a moment. Meraviglia has indoor and outdoor pool areas, as well as, wait for it, a Himalayan bridge ropes course. Now, we're hoping that junior editor is tall enough to check that out, but if not, he will be totally happy enjoying the Polar Aqua Park that features 3 water slides. So yeah, let's hope for good weather because we're sailing in the spring. Speaking of kids, Meraviglia has 7 different kids clubs, including a technology lab and a TV studio. So the kids are divided by age, basically baby, kid, and teen spots with different themes in each. Pretty standard, but really cool how they theme out these different rooms. And there's tons more to share because the ship is huge and has so much to offer. So we will work really hard to bring you as much footage as possible in all of our vlogs. You're probably wondering now what type of cabin we chose for this cruise. Do you remember when we returned from MSC Seaside and we shared what cruise experience we'd love to try next? Do you remember? We said we wanted to try an MSC cruise to Europe in the Yacht Club, MSC's private ship within a ship concept. Now, we toured this facility on our last MSC cruise and we fell in love with the casual pampering. So we will be sailing in a balcony cabin in the Yacht Club on Meraviglia. We were so surprised at how affordable the experience could be compared to similar categories on other lines, and we wanted to share this affordable luxury option with our cruising community. So much is included in the Yacht Club experience, from in-room espresso machines to priority check-in and check-out, 24-hour butler service, unlimited drinks all over the ship, and from your in-room minibar, I'll be doing that, a private restaurant and lounge, a complimentary access to the thermal suite with a private elevator to the thermal suite and the spa. There's even a private pool and sun deck where you can relax and even enjoy some of your meals when you're staying in the Yacht Club complex. Now, before I forget, let's talk about the ports we'll be visiting. In Italy, we'll be visiting Rome, Genoa, and Palermo. And in Spain, we're thrilled to be returning to Barcelona. That'll be a very special day for us since my husband and I lived in Spain during our college years. We'll also be calling at Marseille in France and the island nation of Malta. Ooh, we're getting so excited. And we know this will be a unique experience for lots and lots of reasons. For example, on these cruises in the Med, guests can embark and disembark the ship in pretty much any port, something that we have personally never experienced before on a cruise. Also, being centered in Europe, we're expecting to try more Mediterranean cuisine than ever before on the ship. So that food should be so fun to try. And we're aware that also the announcements on the ship will be made in about 5 languages to cater to the diverse passenger mix. So, what do you think? Are you excited to see where this adventure takes us? If you have cruised in the MSC Yacht Club, or you have visited any of these ports that we've mentioned, we would love to hear your tips in the comments. Bring it on, you guys. We want to hear everything. Shore excursion tips, how to get the most out of this giant ship in 1 week, and any other tips you can offer the Cruise Tips TV family. Thank you so much for sharing in our joy. Please subscribe to our channel for more cruise tips and travel films, and hit that like button before you leave. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.